Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an important topic, the health and hygiene concerns of wearing skin-revealing clothes at the gym. Listen, we all want to look good and feel confident, especially when we're putting in the hard work to be healthy. But there's a side to gym hygiene that we often overlook, and that's what we're talking about today. We're not here to judge anyone's outfit choices, but to have a real conversation about the potential risks and how we can all create a cleaner, safer environment for everyone. Just like we pay attention to our form when lifting weights, we should also be mindful of the little things we can do to protect ourselves and others from spreading germs. So, whether you're a seasoned gym rat or just starting out, stick around as we break down the whys and hows of staying healthy and keeping it clean at the gym. Let's get right into it. We all know the gym is a place where we push our physical limits, but it's also a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. Think about it. Hundreds of people sweating, touching the same surfaces day in and day out. When we wear clothes that expose more skin, we increase the risk of coming into direct contact with these microorganisms. It's like leaving your skin vulnerable on the battlefield of the gym. Take ringworm, for example. This fungal infection thrives in warm, moist environments. Sound familiar? It spreads through skin-to-skin contact or contact with contaminated surfaces like mats, benches, or even weights. And it's not just ringworm. Athlete's foot, another common fungal infection, can spread in a similar way, lurking in showers and locker rooms just waiting to latch onto bare feet. And let's not forget about other bacterial infections. Ever get a weird rash or bump after hitting the gym? It might not just be from a tough workout. Staph infections, which manifest as painful pus-filled sores, are caused by bacteria that can live on surfaces for long periods. These are just a few examples of the many infections that can spread through skin contact in a gym setting. The reality is, even if you're diligent about your own hygiene, you can't control what others do or don't do. That's why covering up is so important. It's not about being ashamed of your body or hiding yourself away. It's about creating a barrier between your skin and potential threats. Think of it like this. You wouldn't go to a construction site without a hard hat, right? In the same way, covering up at the gym is about protecting yourself from the invisible dangers that exist in that environment. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. By taking simple steps to cover up, we can all contribute to a healthier and safer gym experience for everyone. Let's talk about staph infections. You might have heard of them, but maybe you think, oh, that won't happen to me. But let me tell you, these infections are more common than you might think, especially in places like gyms. Staph bacteria, especially a nasty type called MRSA, are like that unwanted guest who just won't leave. They can linger on surfaces for days, even weeks, just waiting for the opportunity to jump onto a new host. And where do they love to hang out? You guessed it, gyms. Think about all the high-touch surfaces, benches, weights, exercise machines, even yoga mats. Now imagine someone with a staph infection on their skin using those same surfaces. If you have a cut, scrape, or even a small abrasion on your skin, which let's be honest, many of us do after an intense workout, those bacteria can easily sneak in and set up shop. The result? A painful, swollen red bump that can develop into a pus-filled abscess. And trust me, you don't want to deal with that. It can mean antibiotics, draining, and even scarring. Now, you might be thinking, but I see people with open cuts and wounds working out all the time. And you're right, you do, but just because you can't see the bacteria doesn't mean they're not there. That's why covering up is so crucial. By wearing clothes that create a barrier between your skin and these surfaces, you're significantly reducing your risk of coming into contact with staph and other harmful bacteria. We've covered bacteria and fungi, but let's not forget about viruses. While less common than bacterial or fungal infections, viruses can still spread in gym environments, especially through direct skin contact. One such virus is HPV, or human papillomavirus. Certain strains of HPV can cause warts, those small, non-cancerous growths that commonly appear on the hands and feet. While most warts are harmless, they can be unsightly and contagious. And the last thing you want is to pick up a souvenir from the gym that you really didn't need. HPV can spread through direct contact with an infected person or by touching contaminated surfaces. That means sharing towels, using infected equipment without proper cleaning, or even walking barefoot in locker rooms can put you at risk. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I thought HPV was sexually transmitted, and you're right, some strains are. But there are many different types of HPV, and some are more likely to spread through casual skin contact. The good news is that covering up can help reduce your risk. By wearing shoes in the locker room, using a towel as a barrier on benches and equipment, and avoiding direct contact with potentially contaminated surfaces, you're adding an extra layer of protection. Chapter 4. Cover up your first line of defense. We've talked about the risks, but now let's focus on the solutions. And the simplest, most effective solution is this: cover up. Think of your clothes as a shield, protecting your skin from the invisible enemies lurking at the gym. The more skin you cover, the less surface area is exposed to potential threats. Now, I'm not saying you need to wear a full hazmat suit to the gym, but opting for clothes that cover more skin, especially when using benches, mats, or shared equipment, can make a big difference. Instead of those tiny shorts, why not try some breathable leggings or joggers? And instead of that tank top that barely covers anything, how about a comfortable t-shirt or workout top? Remember, it's not about sacrificing style for safety. There are plenty of stylish and functional workout clothes out there that will keep you covered and comfortable. It's about being mindful of the potential risks and taking simple steps to minimize them. By covering up, you're not only protecting yourself but also showing respect for others who might be more susceptible to infections. Alright, let's talk about towels. I know it seems like a small thing, but trust me, bringing a towel to the gym is one of the easiest yet most effective ways to stay hygienic. Think of your towel as your personal force field against germs. Every time you use a bench, machine, or mat, lay your towel down first. It creates a barrier between your skin and the surface, preventing direct contact with any lingering bacteria, fungi, or viruses. And don't even get me started on sweat. We all sweat when we work out, it's natural. But nobody wants to sit in a puddle of someone else's perspiration. Your towel acts as a sweat absorber, keeping surfaces cleaner and drier for everyone. But here's the thing, one towel isn't enough. You need to use it strategically. Bring 2 towels if you can, one for laying down on benches and equipment, and another for wiping off your sweat. And please don't use the same towel for your face and your body. You don't want to transfer bacteria from your sweaty legs to your eyes or mouth, right? Remember, a towel is only effective if it's used correctly. So make it a habit to bring a towel or 2 to the gym and use it consistently throughout your workout. Okay, this one's a big one, and frankly it should be common sense. Wipe down your equipment. I don't care how much of a hurry you're in or how tired you are, it's non-negotiable. Most gyms provide disinfectant sprays and wipes for a reason. Those bottles aren't just there for decoration, they're your weapon against the army of germs that inhabit gym equipment. Think about it. You're sweating, touching your face, maybe even sneezing or coughing, hopefully not. All those germs are ending up on the equipment, and if you don't wipe it down, the next person who uses it is basically shaking hands with your germs. And don't even get me started on the people who leave a puddle of sweat on the bench. Seriously guys, that's just gross. Nobody wants to swim in your sweat. So, here's the rule. Wipe down everything you touch before and after you use it. Benches, machines, weights, handles, even the treadmill buttons. It only takes a few seconds and it makes a huge difference. And hey, if you see someone forgetting to wipe down their equipment, don't be afraid to politely remind them. We're all in this together, and we all have a responsibility to keep the gym a clean and healthy environment. You've crushed your workout, you're feeling good, but your hygiene game doesn't end when you walk out of the gym. In fact, what you do after your workout is just as important as what you do during. First things first, shower. And I don't mean a quick rinse off. I'm talking about a proper lather, rinse, repeat kind of shower. Get in there, scrub away all that sweat, bacteria, and any other unwanted visitors that might be clinging to your skin. And while you're at it, change out of those sweaty gym clothes. I know, those leggings might be super comfy, but they're also a breeding ground for bacteria. Toss them in the laundry basket as soon as you get home. And don't forget about your gym bag. That thing can get pretty funky if you're not careful. Air it out regularly and give it a good wipe down with a disinfectant every now and then. Remember, good personal hygiene is not just about smelling good, it's about protecting yourself and others from infections. By making these simple practices part of your post-workout routine, you're finishing strong and staying healthy. So there you have it guys, we've covered a lot of ground today, but the message is simple. Being mindful of gym hygiene is crucial for everyone's health and well-being. Remember, while it's important to feel comfortable in what you wear, taking these simple steps can help protect you and others from potential health risks. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, we all share the responsibility of keeping our gyms clean and safe. Stay safe and healthy, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more informative content.